When we hear a new tune coming over the radio, we get excited. There are songs that immediately bring feelings of romance, of excitement, of energy, and of the sudden desire to dance. But what if we miss the actual meaning of the said song? What music is out there right now that we completely miss the subject of? What songs, so often played in certain situations, are completely inappropriate? You know, most of the time with these, I share my opinion of the subject matter only. This time, though, it's all about the fact that we miss what the musicians are trying to tell us. As some of the music is copyrighted, I won't be able to play the actual tracks, but put on your dancing shoes, sit back, relax, and let's get started. This little tune is very catchy. The music moves fast, and the initial translation would seem to be totally innocent. The word Senpo Sakura translates from Japanese phonetically to 1,000 cherry trees. So what could be wrong about that? Why would this tune, full of energy and apparently life, even be on the list? It's because the rest of the song and the full chorus talks about the decline of the Japanese culture. Yes, a high-energy song used to discuss the eventual fading of the civilization of the island nation as the rest of the international community seeps in. Kind of puts the whole thing into a new light. This ABBA hit, also the inspiration for the Broadway play, seems to be about, as the play suggests, someone who is overwhelmed by something. It does indeed seem to be a toe-tapping, high-energy, perilous journey for the one who is singing, but the truth of the lyrics tells a different story. While we might imagine someone facing a challenge beyond belief, it's clear what the challenge really tells about. The song tells of a young lady who was unceremoniously dumped by her boyfriend in her desperate attempt to win him back. In fact, she drives herself to insanity trying to get him back into her life. Yes, the classic song from the band Hanson makes the list for a pretty startling reason. The song seems to be just filled with nonsense, as if they're just three brothers having a lot of fun, but then we get to the best part. If we take away the nonsense words, the real meaning behind the song comes out, and it tells of a very depressing lesson. When we're kids, we have fun. We go from one side to another with no real concern for how it'll be displayed. We do what we want. But then we eventually grow up. Some of us aren't wanting to do that, but it's inevitable. We become adults, we have a lot more responsibility, we are on our own. And in a lot of cases, we fall in love and try to build a meaningful relationship. But we eventually grow older, and sooner or later, no matter how much we try to fight it, no matter how much medicine advances, we will eventually reach the peaceful banks, as one particular writer used in an analogy of death. Sobering thought. As I did, I can imagine many others are singing the title to this song in their heads right now. And why not? Bruce Springsteen sings it out, and we hear it every 4th of July and at any event when we are celebrating American success. But have you ever really listened to it? While Springsteen seemed to be singing out something about American pride, what he was actually singing was a great American shame. In 1984, when the song on the album came out, the anthem was played almost constantly, and why not? But it is something to hear that it talks about how we neglect our veterans and those who don't make it to that stage. It talks about how people who are basically taught to kill often end up homeless and sick, dying because nobody would give a damn about them. It's a sad tale, really. So next time you hear the song, give a damn about those who struggle and suffer because they decided that, according to another song, more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. A part of a true American tune. But what song is so often heard at certain times that we totally miss what the song's really about? What bit of music do we believe is a ballad but is actually a lot darker than you'd imagine? What piece of music needs to be rethought before it's even played? This ballad, sung by Sting, is so often played as slow songs during school and other dances. For many, it's deeply romantic, deeply bonding, and deeply moving. The lyrics seem to be understood as someone who would watch over their love, but after listening to the lyrics, tells of a different story. It's so often played as a slow dance song that nobody really gets that this song is sung from the point of view of a stalker. Just consider a single line from the tune. Oh, can't you see you belong to me? This isn't a line about someone with romantic intention. This is a line about someone stalking someone else because in their sick minds, they feel they have the only right to. And the band that initially performed it, Sting, in a very ironic name, openly admit that the song about a stalker. And not so much about romance, but about the possibility that the stalker might just move to the next level. So why do we still consider this a romantic ballad? You know, there are a lot more than just the 5 songs I mentioned that are actually misunderstood from their lyrics. Who knows, maybe next week I'll actually do one about lyrics that we hear the wrong way. I know of at least 2, and the research should be fun.